What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time, it is the preview for Sheffield United versus Arsenal. Boots, you are a madman, my friend. 2 a.m. is far too early to be tuning in to my muggins, my ugly ass. Yeah. But thank you very much for joining me. Ryan, good morning. Omar, good morning. Right, so let's get on with it. Sheffield United versus Arsenal, the rescheduled game, which was supposed to be this evening at 5:30. I'm thankful because I've got a birthday party to go to this evening. That's a lot of the reason I'm doing the video this morning as opposed to later on in the day. Yeah, it's Sheffield United, it's Arsenal. And it's going to be a difficult game. I mean, there is no doubt about it. Good morning, Smokey. Good morning, on 1999, and Andre. And Mr. Parker is in the house. There's always one trying to get my attention. Hold on 1 second. Let me. No one boot him out. I'm personally going to ban his punk ass. Hold on. There's always one idiot. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Where is he? Where is he? Did you already boot him? I was going to find him and boot his punk ass. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone to joining me. I hope you enjoyed the preview that I bring. Let's get on with it. If you see that wavy idiot again, just boot him. Ban him. Don't even time him out. Ban him. Right. Let's go on with it. The preview for Sheffield United versus Arsenal. This is going to be a difficult game. Sheffield United are producing results, and fair play to them. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. If you had to ask me at the start of the season, who do I think will be going down this season? Sheffield United was top of that list. You want me to be real? They were top of that list. They were top. It without a doubt. Next to Newcastle. Newcastle was second on that list of people who I said will go down. And Sheffield United were top of that list. And they're doing their thing. Don't get it twisted. They're not like setting the world alight or anything, but they're 13th. They're grinding. They're working hard. They've had a couple of wins this season, 3 draws, 3 losses. But some of the teams that they've played, when you consider some of the teams that they've played and some of the results that they've had, they ain't done too badly. I mean, it wasn't their last game out. It was their second to last game out. They had Liverpool at home. And Liverpool fans will tell you this. They were lucky to win that game. I mean, it was a grind. It was a grind. Bear in mind, we are going to the same place. And Liverpool, who are blasting everyone out of the water, struggled to win this game. You know, they drew their last game to Watford, which would probably have been a disappointing result for them, because Watford are not really that great this season. But it was away from home, in fairness to them. They had a bad result in the League Cup, but from my understanding, I believe it was their second team, not their first team. But other than that, they beat Everton away from home 2-0. That was a really good result from them. They had 10 men against Southampton, and even then, Southampton struggled to beat them. They got a good draw against Chelsea. It was 2-2. Looking through their results here, picked up a good win against Palace at home. An away draw against Bournemouth, who we struggled to beat. So this is not going to be easy. This is one of your classic Bolton away on a Tuesday night, Stoke away on a Tuesday night. They're that type of team. It's going to be a physical, draining battle where we may pick up some injuries. I want you to remember that sentence when you see my team. So I think for us, this is about really us not reverting back to an Arsene Wenger type team whereby we are just easy to bully, easy to roll over, and easy to get the result against. I'd like to think, I'm going to say the sentence tentatively because I'm starting to lose faith in Emery, but I'm starting to think, I'm hoping that this type of team we are able to compete against better. I think for me, the team selection is crucial, which means we're already screwed because Granit Xhaka is almost certain to start. Having said that, even if Granit starts, we should be able to pick enough personnel around him to compensate and get the result here, because we need the result. We need to keep up with the chasing pack. Not that I think we have any chance of chasing Man City or Liverpool, even though we're only a point Man City, but let's just be real. Yeah. But we should always be looking up instead of looking behind. And behind us, by the way, is a Leicester City team that is only 1 point behind us, and most people's pick to break the top 6. So I would say let's just keep picking up results, and we need to pick up results. Not to mention, we've also got Chelsea just behind us as well. So I know Palace is there as well, but let's be real. Those two behind us are probably our main rivals for this top 4 place. So I think we need to ensure that this type of team we understand is going to be a difficult team. It's going to be a hard game. You ain't hearing me say it's going to be an easy game. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they're 13th and we're Arsenal. We should be able to beat Sheffield United. And now I understand the reality of that is a lot harder. And the reality is we are terrible in defense. But we should be able to beat Sheffield United. I'm sorry. You will never convince me otherwise. From our point of view, one thing I will say is before the international break, in a lot of ways, the international break almost came at a wrong time for us. I think we just, not that we were fluent, but we just started to make a habit of winning games. So I'm hoping that we don't fall back into the trap of not. Now, we won our last game, or we also won in the Europa League, and we won our third round trip in the Carabao Cup. So for people wondering why I'm saying we're having a habit of winning games, and then looking at our last 5 saying, well, we only won the last game, Chig, what are you talking about? That's what I mean. Like I said, I can't emphasize how much it's going to be a difficult game. And this is going to reflect in the team that you see shortly. I want you to keep that in mind before I show you this team. Okay? So with that all said, let me show you my hopeful 1 to 11. Not Emre's, my hopeful 1 to 11. Yeah? Bear with me. Share screen. Applicant. No. Chrome tab. This is my 1 to 11. Now, I think a lot of positions pick itself. And obviously, there are a lot of people that come back from injury. And I want to explain my logic into what I'm doing. Now, I think the first thing when I look at the defense is you'll probably be thinking, hold on, where is Hector Bellerin? I ain't risking Hector against these lot. I'm not risking Hector against these lot. This is going to be a hard, physical team. Out of all the people coming back from injury, to me, he seems like the one that we need to wrap in cotton wool the most. I am not risking him in this team. I think Callum has done excellently well. I think taking him out of the team just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Like, what kind of message are you trying to give? That, again, this is, from what I noticed, every time my man plays well, he's the fall guy for some reason. And I've seen a lot of people said, oh, well, we should pick a team without Callum Chambers. Not for me. I think he's done well on that right-hand side. Pace is not something we're going to have to worry about much against Sheffield United. Plus, he's not that slow. He's not Mertesacker out here. He could do a decent job. I still think Callum Chambers is one of the most underrated in our team. And I think he'll be fine at right back. No issues with him whatsoever playing in that position. I think it's time for Holding to start. I've seen a lot of football writers say that they want to see Holding Socrates play, as much as I don't rate David Luiz, and you'll notice I'm starting David Luiz for the very first time in my preview, I think. Probably not. At least first time for a while. I think playing these two, because I've got a feeling, particularly against the physical side, we're going to be playing a lot from the back. Now, here's where I can understand the logic of that. If you've got big lumps constantly running, trying to close down, eventually these guys are going to get tired. The one thing I would say for these two, technical footballers, they're very good. They're very good at just receiving the ball from the goalkeeper and then playing the ball. Socrates is not that guy. Now, in a way, it's harsh that I've left Socrates out, because actually, against a team like this, physically, I think he'll be okay. And I must be honest, if Socrates plays tomorrow, and I suspect he might, I wouldn't be that worried, because I think a physical battle he'll relish. He'll probably relish more than him. And I can then understand that logic of playing Socrates and Holden. But to me, I'm going to play these two because I just got a feeling this is the one game where playing out from the back might actually work. And I think if you do it that way, you've got to have these two. So I know a lot of people are thinking, what, Chig? I hate playing out from the back. I know. But if there's one type of game where it works, it's against physical lumps. Trust me, Chig knows defenders. And this is how you draw your team onto you. You set up counterattacks. We are a quicker team than Sheffield United. Let's use it. I think you use it by having two guys who are confident at receiving the ball. And who knows, it might be quite a good combination, because Lord knows David Luiz doesn't like running. He does. So I think you play the two together, and I think that could be quite a decent partnership waiting to happen. So that would be my two at centre back. Left back, I mean, come on now. I've got to play Lisbu. Kieran Tierney, I have to play him at left back. I'm so excited by this kid. I am so excited by this kid. Just what he could do, how quick he is, how responsive he is. And I've heard a lot of people say, whilst he's not, and I want to say this because I know Liverpool fans listen carefully, whilst he is not a better left back than Andy Robertson, I see a lot of people saying defensively, Kieran Tierney's better. Attacking-wise, I like what he does. And Lord knows we need help in defense. And also, one thing I will say is if we do play these guys, none of these three are particularly quick. He is. So his recovery time might be quite crucial, particularly when my man likes roaming forward. My man's not that quick. So I think if you have him in there to compensate, that might actually help. So I think Kieran Tierney is crucial to play tomorrow. Now, the midfield was obviously where I had the most debate, because for me, I was trying to fit 4 into 3. The person that I've sacrificed is Ceballos. Not that I have anything against Ceballos. I just feel like this is not the type of game where I feel we need runners, we need strong people, we need people who can compete and can be combative. You guys know I'm highly critical of Torreira and his positioning, but I also have to put some of that blame on the manager. Let's play the kid in his actual position. Now you'll notice I've deliberately given Guendouzi the number 8, albeit playing here. I want him playing deeper, but also influencing play, roaming when he needs to, just dropping that ball left, right, and centre. You know, I think his confidence will be high. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. Having his confidence high, obviously, lots of people are talking very highly of him. What I don't want him to do is start believing in the hype. Don't believe in his own hype. Get confidence from that by all means, but don't start believing in your own hype. Just keep your head down, keep playing good football. And I think he's had a good season. Bar 2 games. 2 games are the only 2 games that I've not been impressed with the kid. But other than that, I think he's had a good season. And whenever he doesn't play with Granit Xhaka, he plays well. There's not a coincidence in that. Whenever he doesn't play with Xhaka, he plays well. So to me, I say play the kid. And I think between these two, they'll run all day. He loves drawing a foul against a physical team. He'll be able to look after himself and do his thing. Now, I put the energetic runs of Willock slightly in an advanced role. Now, I've not put him here deliberately because Willock is not creative like that. But what he is good at doing is this guy will run all day long. This will be our engine. This will be the person that we need to get service almost in a slightly different way. So rather than your passing ability of I'm sure people would want me to start Mesut Ozil. No, it's not starting in my team. But what he will do is he'll receive the ball from these guys and then start running. And that's what I like about him. Plus, he will drop back and help in defense because we might need a couple of people to just stick the boot in. Just come back and start filling holes where necessary. And that's where he's crucial. He'll run all day, excellent engine. I have no problem with the kid starting in this game. Do I see Emre starting him? No. I think Emre will go the typical Torreira, Granit Xhaka, Guendouzi because it's Emre. But this is my 11, and that's why I've decided to do it this way. As for the three, I mean, as if this needs to be said, Lacazette's been out for a month. I'm not going to just slot him back into a physical Sheffield United side against a physical Sheffield United side. And apart from anything, and I think people are realizing this now, we can't, as much as we love Aubameyang and Lacazette playing together, and I do, I love watching them together, Emre ain't doing no 4-4-2. And unless you do a 4-4-2, there is no point having them both in the same side. So, with that said, if you're not going to have them both in the same side, you play wingers. And that's Pepe and that's Saka. I think Saka's done well. I think the kid has done well. I think what I've noticed about Saka is he tends to have strong 50 minutes here or there, 60 minutes here or there, then starts to fade. Probably quite natural as someone who's recently started playing first-team football. But I think this kid is just developing and developing and developing. I will say this, it's a big ask for Saka. This will be a big learning curve for him, you know, playing against a physical team. He's not really had that this season. Not like he's going to be tested on Monday. So this will be a good education for him. And how does he react when he gets kicked? How will he react when he gets slide tackled? So this will be a really good test for him. Now, there is a temptation, and I guarantee someone's saying it in the chat, rather than play Saka, why don't you play a slightly more physical Martinelli? I'll be honest with you. As much as I love Saka, I'm not necessarily against that. I'm not necessarily against that. But I'm going to opt for Saka because I just believe in the kid so much. I think he'll be so good. I just want him to continue improving himself. The good thing about Guendouzi getting gassed so much is that he can quietly just do his thing. Quietly develop, quietly do your thing. You watch, this kid will take the world of light. As will this kid. I know a lot of people have lost faith with Nicolas Pepe. I get it. I totally get it. I won't. I won't. Because I just understand that this league is not a league for just anyone to just step into. Neymar will struggle in the Premier League. Neymar will struggle in the Premier League. Mark my words. This is a culture shock to anybody. Give him a minute. You watch what will happen. I like the fact that he's obviously scored at the international break, so it will give him an opportunity to feed off the confidence of that goal, create lots of problems, stretch teams, and do his thing, and hopefully score a goal or two. This will be another big test for him. My gosh, if you want a crash course in physicality, this will be a big test for him. So I think he will get a good education out of this game at the very least. And if he could score in a game like this, actually, more than a big team, this will help his confidence more. That he was physically tested, he was physically dominated, and he still went out there, dominated the player, and scored. But I will say this for Pepe. Whilst I'm prepared to give him the whole season, for him, he'll be under pressure. There is no doubt about it. Ultimately, and at the end of the day, we spent 72 million on him. He'll be under a lot of pressure to perform. And maybe not so much this game, to be honest, maybe not so much the next game, considering who we're playing. But the game after that, we need to start seeing something out of Pepe. And Uber, just keep doing your thing, bro. The one thing I'll say about Aubameyang is this. The guy not only has the best movement in the league, he's our best goal scorer. Full stop. He is our Aguero. He is our I don't want to say Harry Kane, but he is our Aguero. We have to just give him as much service as possible. The one thing I would say for Uber, I suspect this game we're not going to get a lot of chances. He needs to be more clinical. I hate this idea, and I spotted this a long, long time ago, and then people started clocking and jumping on. This guy has one golden chance that he wastes every single game. He needs to cut that out of his game. Score. Because I don't think we're going to get a lot of chances here. I think Emre's going to turn this into one of them games where, he's just going to turn it into one of them games where this ain't going to be a boring game to watch. Let's put it this way. I think me and Lee are probably going to be cracking jokes for most of the game. But this ain't going to be a game that's going to be entertaining. And I think any few chances he does get, he needs to make sure he puts away. We need him. This is crucial. We need him. I think with that being said, this is going to be a difficult game. I will never predict that we'll get anything less than a win against Sheffield United, people. I've seen people predict draws. I've seen people predict losses. It's Sheffield United. Yes, they are a difficult, resilient side. They're also 13th in the league. Come on. Have some more belief. And I think with that being said, I think Arsenal will win 1-0. That is my prediction, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Let me go back into the chat and see what you lot are saying. Please stick a like on this video. Drive it up. I know I'm doing this video early, so the best way to get more people noticed in the video between now and Monday is if you stick a like on this video. So let me see what you lot are saying. Chig man in the house. All right. Morning, Jay. Mad Wired. This is a game for Laka. We need someone physical up front that can pull him out of shape. Yeah, I can understand why you say that, Mad. But also, the man has just come back from an injury. I would say let's just be easy. I don't want someone to kick his ankle and he's out again. So I'll just say let's be easy. I just realized I can pin your comments, don't I? I'm a Morocco fan like Troops, currently mad at Uber, but if he gets 3 points, why are you mad at Uber? Why? Big up to you, Wilson, another long-time listener of mine. Arsenal after an international break. Flat. These games used to be guaranteed wins. Used to be. I don't know. We don't have the greatest record against Sheffield United. I remember the last time Arsenal played, was it in the FA Cup we played them? And we struggled. Clean sheets, agreed. Gosh, damn. Some brutal stuff. Wilson's prediction, 2-0 to the Arsenal. Give me your prediction, guys. Give me what your predictions are. I'll pin them. I'll pin them if I see them. Including any donations I see. 3-1 to the Arsenal. 3-1 to the Arsenal. Okay, you guys are confident here. Damn, where are my classes? Sorry, guys. Sorry, I will try and figure out how to increase the team sheet in future. With Tierney Holder coming back, we should be defensively solid. But midfield needs to be balanced. Celebos will start since he was starting for Spain. That's not necessarily indicative of what we'll do, though. Wakey pakey. Who remembers Ava Knox on Chig's Twitter? Notice I pin your comment, Mark, because I don't know if you expected me to be embarrassed by that. I'm not. But I'll go as far as to say this. My girl knows I follow Ava Knox. So there you go. Tierney must be a starter. That team will struggle to beat Sheffield United. Peter being his usual positive self. Where is Xhaka? In the bin. In the bin. Saka's the most potential to be as good as Mane, in my opinion. Oh gosh, high praise. High praise. That's interesting. It really is interesting. I think everyone is very, 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 very strong on Saka. It's the one thing that most Arsenal fans are actually very united on. Everyone is very excited by the kid Saka. Look, even Mad Wire. I just hope we're not paying the full 75 million for him. Yeah, he looks like a boys. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Just added you to my I'm gonna come and find you when Saka starts blowing up list. Don't you worry about it. Big up to you, Rabadan. I will find your donation and pin that in a second. Blades are old school team, difficult, and it's a difficult game. And by the way, just for anyone who doesn't know, Rabadan is a Liverpool fan. So, like, as I said earlier, Liverpool struggled. So I'll find your donation, pin that up. There it is. And that's coming from a Liverpool fan. So even he knows. Pepe won't play well until Lacazette goes up front. Aubameyang is a nightmare to play with if you link up with the forward. Mad Wire, I actually agree with that. I agree with that. I suspect Pepe would prefer to play with Lacazette leading the line. Just because also Lacazette, I think, has a better sort of relationship with him than, say, Aubameyang. I don't know that for a fact. Whenever you watch the kind of training sessions, the one that my man's talking to is Lacazette. It's not like Aubameyang doesn't know French, so so yeah, I do think there is something in that. I mean, I don't think you're entirely wrong there. Yeah, obviously, if next year he's still not doing his thing, then yeah, we as Arsenal fans should be worried, bro. Absolutely. Pepe will be great players, new league, new team, new manager, who is he just needs time. And that's coming from Vladimir. Vladimir ain't patient for anything. Vladimir has the strongest opinions on everything. So if he's showing patience, you lot should. Uber hat-trick from Moist Boyce. This game's on Monday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Sky Sports, you know I'm watching it. He's not going to get much space. He struggles when he gets no space. He needs lack of length to him. Mad Wire, I also think, and I've said this before, for me, whenever I've seen Pepe play, he likes to receive the ball just ahead of him. At the moment, he receives the ball with his back to goal. And then obviously he's struggling because he's not particularly big. He's a very slight guy. So he just gets barged off the ball. I'd like to see him almost on a gallop, on a counter-attack. And that's what we're struggling to do these days, counter-attack quickly and with some precision. All right, it's opinions. Do you think Tierney should start on Monday? Absolutely, Matthew. I don't know if you saw my team, but Tierney would start in my team. I think the one thing I think will happen, I think Emre will actually start Tierney. You kind of hinted that already. That he says that he believes Tierney's ready to start. He said that, I think, on Thursday. I want to say Thursday he said that. Good morning, Mr. Patois. Hope you're good, bro. They are Sheffield United, but we are Arsenal. Never really know what we're going to get. Yeah, I hear you, Smokey. I hear you, my bro. I hear you. I always bet 3-1. All right, so predictions here from you guys. 2-1. Matthew also thinks it will be a tight game. Farouk, 2-1 win. Not confident, we'll lose 2-1. Kartik, but you predict losses too much, man. I'm going to stop pinning your shit. Too much. Be positive. Tight game, 1-0. I agree with you, Sam. I agree. Flipping heck, I know they're a physical team, but we are Arsenal. They're 13th. 13th. Honestly, I'm not being real. I know they get good results at home. I'm not being funny or nothing. If we're not going into that game confident of winning as players, as fans, we could be a bit negative, but as players, if they're not confident as winning, they don't deserve a top 4 place. They don't deserve it. 2-0 to the Arsenal. We've always tried to put Pepe in. Lacazette should start. I'm with you. I would take Lucas out and put Joe there, put Danny in the number 10 role. Okay, lots of your fans of Danny, I understand. I did debate Danny and Joe for some time. I did. Because I also think Danny Ceballos could cope with a physical battle. But I just like the idea of putting Joe Willock in there. It's just a bit of someone with a bit of energy in that midfield. But I'll tell you what, how far has Joe Willock come that we're even debating this? Still salty about the fact that it's Monday at 8 p.m. Farouk, you're not going to like Christmas then. Because a lot of fixtures have been changed. Like 8 Arsenal fixtures have been changed. And I'm not going to lie to you. If you're a traveling fan, good luck. Good luck. My word. These TV companies are ridiculous. Mr. Hussein, how are you? I hope you're good. Another long-time listener of mine. Pepe's the real deal. Steve, preach. Tell him. Because these people are losing faith. Tell him. Please, Chig, tell United Emre needs to switch things up for the front line. Lacazette is coming back. For a change, Pepe should play left. I've been saying that for some time, Rakeem. I've been saying that for some time. That Pepe should just play left. Black has a false 9-ish with Uber out right. Yeah. I don't mind that idea either. Could be another 1-0 win from Taib. All right. Another 4 minutes and I'm out of here. 10 a.m. I'm out of here. I said Uber hat-trick, so I've got to say 3-0. Over 2.5 goals, both teams to score. Thanks, Arsenal, for helping me pay my mortgage. Raymond's confident. He's confident. There's not abundance. Arsenal are going to roll them over. It's going to be more than 2.5 goals. I made a bet on you. You're going to help me with my mortgage. Come on, the Arsenal, is the message there. Mr. Marbles, friend of the show. Tierney must play. If not, Emery out. He will. The one thing I'm quietly confident he plays Tierney. You never know because Emery don't like making changes easily, but I think he'll use the international break almost as an excuse to almost make Tierney is number one, Kolasinac is Europa League left back, and I think that's fair. And I actually think the Europa League will suit Kolasinac better. Oh, it's 12 that's changed. Oh my gosh. It was 8 the last time I looked. That's your team. This is Boyce team. Now, I don't know if Boyce likes Xhaka or if Boyce has just accepted the fact that Xhaka will start. So what's the point? So Leno, Tierney, Holding, Chambers, Bellerin. Okay. Incidentally, that would be my first choice team. Torreira, Xhaka, Guendouzi, Ceballos, Uber, Pepe. All right. Interesting. All right. And the last 4 comments. What's good, Ayaz? I hope you're good, my bro. Time to bust our away day blues. And finally from Marbles. You just woke up. Oh my gosh, Tamir. Tamana. 2 on the Arsenal, DSAV. Oh yeah, see, I thought so, boys. I thought so. Matthew, whenever you're ready, my bro. Whenever you're ready. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching the preview. I'm out of here. Please do stick a like, please. I know I bang on about it. Please do stick a like on the video. It helps me get this video noticed, get this video out there, continue to grow the fan base. So please do stick a like on the video. I'll be back. Oh, it won't even be tomorrow now. Monday, where I'll be doing a player ratings and review with Lee on this channel. Prior to that, I'll be doing a watch along on Lee's channel. Do go subscribe to that, Lee Gunner, where you'll see me and Lee watching the game, screaming, shouting, making jokes. He might make another pizza order that we laugh at because it'll probably be a boring game. But I'm hoping for a good old-fashioned George Graham style 1-0 to the Arsenal. So yes, please do stick a like on this video. I've got a PS4, not an Xbox. I've got a PS4. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please have a good weekend. Take care. Doses.